we all lead fairly busy lives. And it can feel like we're adding another thing, and that can feel like a burden. But I want to ask you, when things hit the fan, who wears your backpack? When you and your spouse can't seem to have a conversation without it escalating into another argument, who's wearing the backpack with you? When your teenagers and you keep missing each other, and you wish they were 5 and they thought you were amazing, like, who's wearing the backpack? When your little toddlers are running around like crazy and all you want is a moment of peace, some help, someone to talk to about this, just to tell you, like, you're not going crazy. Like, who's wearing the backpack with you? When you hear the diagnosis you never thought you were going to hear, you never thought it'd be you, but it is. Who's wearing the backpack with you? When the load gets heavy, who's wearing your backpack? Is it your doctor who knows about the pills that nobody else knows? Are they the ones wearing your backpack? Is it the liquor store attendant who sees you pay with cash because you don't want anyone else to know that the bottle is wearing your backpack? When the load gets heavy, who's wearing your backpack? Is it your iPhone? You know, your iPhone is so sweet. Like, as a relational device, it tells you how much time you spend together on average every day. Wow, you guys must be really close. And is that what we're doing? Is it social media? Like, when the load gets heavy, we're trying to offload on our phone? This cannot wear a backpack. Is it your friends, Chandler and Monica and Ross and Rachel? Man, I was so depressed. I watched the HBO Max Friends special. Robin and I have seen every episode of Friends. Judge me, don't judge me. I don't know what tradition you come from, but we've seen them all. Super fun to watch. But I'm watching the special, and there's a moment, and they playing like feel-good music in the background, and some people are talking about when they're going through some really rough times in life. Oh, it was so nice to come home and just watch Friends. And they felt like they had some friends during this difficult time. I thought, oh my gosh. I think so many of us are actually living vicariously through TV characters and their friendships instead of experiencing our own. When work gets difficult, Michael Scott and Jim and Pam, they cannot wear your backpack. They can distract you. I can't carry no backpack. When the load gets heavy, who's wearing your backpack? Is it a special someone? That's not your spouse. Nobody starts marriage thinking, I know what I'm going to do someday. I'm going to have an affair. That's what I'm going to do. It's going to be great. No, affairs start when you feel distant from your spouse. Then you start to feel more distant from your spouse, and you don't have anyone wearing your backpack for you. And then you start to feel more distant, and then someone starts to listen to you. Maybe it's a coworker, maybe it's an old friend, and you don't feel listened to at home. You don't feel listened to, and man, it feels nice to feel cared for. People give up a lot for that. Good marriages, families, children. Whew. See, the problem is, when our backpacks get heavy, we don't have people to carry our backpack. And another problem is, we kind of have this twisted notion that radical independence, like, I'm not going to be a burden to anyone. I don't need anyone leaning on me. I'm going to stuff it. I'm going to get through. Like, this is totally West. This is the Western way. pull yourself up by your bootstraps, get your cowboy boots on, get your put your cowboy hat on and just tough it out, man. Like, this is the West. This is like deeply embedded into a lot of us. But radical independence does not mean freedom. Radical independence actually leads to slavery. Because when the load gets heavy, we have no one to carry our backpack. Galatians 6:2 says, carry each other's burdens. In doing so, you fulfill the law of Christ. How awesome is that? What does it look like to fulfill the law of Christ? Carry one another's burdens. Well, that's fantastic. It's not like a checklist with a bunch of things to do and boxes to check. What's it look like? Carry one another's burdens. Man, it doesn't say carry your own burdens. In fact, can I do the reverse of this real quick? Carry your own burdens, and then this way you fulfill the law of the enemy of your soul.